and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
What did the DM dog got threw off the stage by Karen?
Right.
I ain't been thrown off the stage no more.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Big
Man,
Hold on. That's cool if you're interested in a good laugh.
Right.
If you're interested in a good laugh, that's, there you have it.
Good. It's this producer I had met in Atlanta, Georgia. He go by Andrew Boone.
And who do you work with? Right. And they think and I tell them all the time, I say, listen, I appreciate what y'all doing, but I'm gonna be real with you. Stop acting like y'all know what we're going through. That's disrespectful to us.
I'm telling you, bro.
and that happened recent. That happened recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
like last week?
Like
early
last
this
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Oh yeah. We're back in the building. December 6th, Wednesday, 2023. We had skipped a week last week just for personal things, but we back in effect with my brother Mark. Our brother Gitmo couldn't be here this week. Shouts out to him. Make sure everything is working well on his end. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Just working hard. Like I said, another day above ground, man. It's awesome.
For sure. Yeah. So how was your Thanksgiving? How was, it's been a minute, so just playing catch ups. How was all that?
I mean, it was good, man. Even though my granny wasn't there, it was kind of different with her not being around, and then my son, kind of different, with him not being around. But I mean, it was pretty cool. We had, since my grandmother was 94, we had 94 seconds of moments of silence, just
Yeah.
kind of recognizing her.
Okay.
But excuse me. But other than that, man, I mean, it was good. We ate good. I fell asleep on the couch, and that was it, man.
All right.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Pretty good. Yeah, I had that day off, so it was a paid holiday, so I was still able to get paid for having that time off. So we just chilled. We didn't really do much. We just lounged
Right.
out. Our daughter came back home, so she's here chilling and shit. So yeah, we
Cool.
good to go, man. So other than that, man, shit, just back in the building and ready to go ahead and get it rocking. And
Right.
again, just to let everybody know, we'll be on also next week on the 13th, but the last 2 weeks of this month, we'll be taking a break. So I'm letting everybody know. So we'll be back with a new show after the new year. Yep. So we'll be good to go after that. Yep. Other than that, you ready to get everything going?
Yes, sir.
All right, for sure. Let's go ahead and get this thing rocking. All right, so here's a clip that's been in the news here lately, and I kind of want to go over this. So, this has kind of been all over the place. So we'll check this. We'll talk about this when we come
Derek
back.
Chauvin, the man convicted of murdering George Floyd. Now, last week we had told you that he had been seriously injured after being stabbed in prison, and today we are getting more information on that exact case. We hear that a federal inmate has been charged today with the attempted murder in the prison stabbing of Derek Chauvin. He is that former Minneapolis police officer convicted in the murder of George Floyd. John Tursak stabbed Chauvin 22 times in the law library at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson, Arizona, with what officials are saying was an improvised knife. And that's also according to federal prosecutors on this case. Tursak is a 52-year-old, and he told correctional officers that he would have killed Chauvin had they not responded so quickly. Again, that is more information from prosecutors. Tursak later also told the FBI agents that he'd been thinking about assaulting Chauvin for about a month because he is a high-profile inmate but denied wanting to kill him. Tersak told the agents that he attacked Chauvin on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, as a symbolic connection to the Black Lives Matter movement and the, quote, Black Hand symbol associated with the Mexican Mafia gang. An attorney for Tersak was not listed in court records, and Tersak, who has represented himself in numerous court matters from prison, remained in custody on this Friday. Chauvin was 47 when he was sent to this correctional institution in Tucson from a maximum security Minnesota State Prison back in August of 2022. We'll keep you updated with the latest as we learn more, but this has been new breaking news on this Friday. More information: Derek Chauvin stabbed 22 times in an intentional assault by a fellow inmate in Tucson, Arizona.
All right, there you have it. So have you not seen this story in the news?
I've heard something about it, but I really didn't like pay attention to it.
Right.
Because, man, I have so much stuff coming through my phone, people sending me stuff. So it's like,
yeah, I feel you.
You know, I had to take a break from it, but I have heard about it. And also I'm not really surprised by that because George was very well connected, especially in the Houston, Texas area.
Okay.
I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he was very connected.
Oh, I didn't even know that myself.
With, I think he was connected with people like Jay Prince, I think. Don't quote me on that, but
okay.
Yeah, I think like with some celebrities.
Yeah.
He was.
I know he was cool with the
connected
basketball player. I know he's cool with the one dude that plays basketball. I know he's cool with him.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I hate that happened to the ex-officer, but you can't do wrong and expect good.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
It just don't work that way.
Right.
You know, if he didn't get convicted and he was still out, somebody was bound to get him. Somebody was.
I think. Well, I'm gonna say this. You're probably about the first person that said you feel bad that this happened to him. You're probably the first Black person to ever say that. So let me put that out there first. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not slacking you. I'm just saying the sentiment is different on the other end. But the thing is,
right.
You're right. You can't do what you do and don't expect anything to happen to you. Now here's the thing. Derek Chauvin, what he did was high profile. Everyone's seen it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So by default, you're gonna have brothers who's locked up seeing that, saying, "Boy, I wish he come here. I will hope they lock him up here."
Exactly.
So you know they had that, you know that anticipation. So when he finally did get locked up, they put him in general population, which I think they should do to all police officers. They shouldn't lock a police officer up and then put him in, solitary, whatever.
PC.
Right. Keep him away from that. So he pretty much had it coming. And the dude said he was going to kill him. If they hadn't stopped him, he was going to kill him. So Derek Chauvin was about to die.
Yeah.
And again, you have things like that happen because of the anger that Black people are so filled with because of so much that we've been through. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. That attack happened, and that's the reason why they don't want to lock cops up, because they don't want that to happen to them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think now, excuse me, hold on. That might change the protocol. They may not put police officers in general population anymore. But you know damn well, if it was an average guy, he'd be in general population for the same thing. So what makes a police officer so special that they don't get that they can't be locked up in general population? Why do they have to be spared? Because they took a life. Yep.
I agree with you. 100%. I agree with you. Yeah, man. I mean, I just, the reason why I say I feel bad, because I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a human being. He's still somebody's, son, father, and all that. But as a kid, you're taught if you do wrong, you're going to repercussion from that. You're going to reap from that.
Yeah.
If you do good, you're going to reap good.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I don't know if he denied being, a racist or anything like that. But like I said, regardless of how I feel, it was gonna come anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it was coming.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's messed up, man. It really is. It's messed up. But at the same time, I mean, he stumped out a brother. And I mean, also, I can look at it this way. Not trying to take up for him, just trying to be, in the middle to see it everybody's perspective.
Yeah.
Now, it's just like if somebody was to steal something from me and you, if they stole all of our equipment, oh man, we want them punished, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want them, man, to get the third degree and everything.
Yeah.
But let's just say you and I went and stole something, but we did it because we're hungry, we're homeless, and this is something that we need to survive. We would want them to kind of feel a little bit of pity on us, right?
True that. Now, see, in a situation like that, some people do steal because of the necessity to do so. They don't steal because that's just in them and they just want to be thieves. Some people do steal because they're hungry, so they may steal a pack of donuts. You see what I'm saying? They may do that, and a lot of times store managers don't understand that, but then some store managers do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but then you have people who steal just because they want to steal. So those are the people who should always be punished. I'm not saying to excuse any theft. So let's just say this: if I invite a close friend to my house, somebody I know and trust, right? But they had somebody with them that I'm just meeting for the first time, all right?
Yeah.
And that person comes to my house, steals a bag of chips because they know when they leave my crib, they ain't gonna have nothing to eat later on that night, all right? If I get upset about that, I'm gonna be pissed off. But when I find out why, by default, I'm gonna be like, man, all you have to do is ask me. We always say that.
Right.
But that person may have been too ashamed to say that. You see what I'm saying? But they shouldn't have to steal either. The saying goes, a closed mouth never gets fed. So you got to say something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to digress, but Derek Chauvin.
No, that's good. It's good.
But Derek Chauvin did something that and I'm going to say this, and a lot of people may not agree with me. He put a target on the back of a lot of other corrupt cops by his actions.
Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying?
So
just think about the 4 officers who got off during the Rodney King situation. What if they were locked up? Don't you think they would have caught a bad one too?
Oh yeah.
And guess what? People still want to whoop their ass because they got off.
Yep.
Rodney King is dead. He didn't really see no real justice. And these guys are out living their life low key. We don't even know where these guys are now.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's almost bittersweet justice. I hate, and again, the dude was about to die. I'm not saying he shouldn't have got what he had coming. And I'm not going to say that I feel bad. I'm going to say that he's an example of what's to come.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So any corrupt cop out there who's out there thinking about harming black people because you want to do that, knowing that they can probably get you locked up, here's what's going to happen. Either your track record with the police system is going to save you or not. Because believe me, it's a lot of cops that's so corrupt that they won't even, that other police won't even back them. So they're just like going throw them to the wolves.
Yeah.
So,
man.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. I mean to keep going, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. You actually made me think about something, and I had to think about it before I say it, but I know I can't get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I'm not snitching on nobody.
Right.
So the incident with my son when he got killed by the police officer, they had the same gun. Actually, the police officer, when we went to go talk to them, he had a magazine that was missing. His clip was missing.
Right.
They don't know what happened to it.
Ah.
So anyway, I had people to inbox me, and they was like, "Hey, we'll knock them off, man. All of them. We don't like the POSs, the piece of shit, you know.
Yeah.
Man, just give me the green light. You know, just do this, do that." I've had like probably over 50 people to inbox me to say that.
Wow.
So me being the person that I am, I said, you know what? No, don't do it.
Right.
I said, because right now we're still kind of going through some stuff,
Right.
trying to figure out what's going on. And Dollar, here's my right hand to God. You can go back and probably look at it on the news. After they had killed my son, people were shooting at the police.
Wow.
And it made the news.
Yeah.
It made the news.
Yeah.
They were shooting at them. And it didn't matter if it was those guys or, you know, good cops or whatever. They were shooting at them because of what happened.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know.
Yeah.
And if I was, you know, back in the day, I'd probably be locked up or dead right now.
Here's what
because
I think
I'm
they
a
should
protector.
do. They should be able to set it up where the average citizen can identify a rogue cop. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe something on his uniform. Maybe some other kind of squad car he rides in. I don't know. They will never rat themselves out. But I'm just saying, just for the fantasy of it all.
Yeah.
It would be nice to look at a cop and be like, okay, he on some bullshit. Let's get away from here. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm siding with police, because I do believe that all cops are not bad. I wholeheartedly believe that. But there's so many of them that's. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. Professor Griff said it best. He said, "If it's a barrel full of poisonous snakes, you think I'm gonna stick my head in that one just to pull out the good ones? No.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna do that. So those good ones need to work their way out. You know, so they need to come out and let it be known, hey, I'm a good one.
Right.
I'm not gonna reach my hand in that motherfucker to pull you out. So
right.
So,
but you got Billy who will. Oh, that'll be all right.
But guess what? While you trying to reach for that good snake, the bad one's gonna bite the hell out of you.
Yep.
So there it is. So there it is. Yep. So
man, that's very well said, man.
Yeah. Just being straight up. And then check this out. This is something that really blew me away. This is a preacher who was preaching using blackface. Check this out.
So this preacher of this Baptist church, people calling him racist.
There are calls for a Green Country pastor to apologize after pictures of him with his face.
That's a preacher of a church. I've never seen a black person look like that. I have. Where? Downtown LA, 3 o'clock in the morning, standing right beside the train.
This is a video of Sherman Jacks, the pastor at Matoka Baptist Church in Oshaleda, performing in blackface. He says he was dressed as Ray Charles and says
Ray Charles
he's
don't look
not
like that. That's Ray Charles, everybody. Whenever you dress up like another species of people and it's like a caricature, you're mocking that demographic you're portraying. I mean, if that church is black and you come out like that and you white, they're gonna be like, what the?
I don't have a racial bone in my body.
In another picture from a different party that he says was about 12 years ago, Jax is dressed as a Native American woman.
You did blackface and you was a damn drag queen.
Man, you know what? I say a lot of things. I guess in the heat of the moment, I probably would have dragged him out of church and beat him, and been laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like people like him, man, that, and he's a preacher.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The United States is in danger.
Yes. Yes, man.
Man, we are in danger.
Yeah.
Dang, I would have went to jail for that though.
And then he said he was trying to like Ray Charles. He looked nothing like Ray Charles. He looked like the average.
Nothing like Ray Charles.
He like the average stereotypical white person dressing in blackface. He had the dark face. He had the big wiggy, afro. And we don't walk around looking like. Even Buckwheat look better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man,
I probably would have smacked him, man, with a fried pork chop or something, man. That right there.
So what do you think will make a preacher do that knowing how insensitive he's going to be doing that? Still doing that, hiding behind the word of God. What would make somebody, a man of the cloth, do that? Especially if his congregation is black.
Yeah. Well, I think for one, man, it's probably for clout. He wants his video to go viral.
Okay.
Because like they said, he's done it before.
Right.
So of course people are gonna talk about it, you know, and then you got people who gonna try to find where he's at, and then he's gonna try to explain himself. Okay, hey guys, I was just playing, you know. So yeah, most definitely for clout, man. It's just ridiculous, man. And then church is a business.
Yeah.
So, and I know some people might not understand what I'm about to say, but he's kind of doing it accordingly, if that makes sense.
Okay.
He's advertising him being a preacher.
Right.
He's doing different stuff to bring attention to himself.
Okay.
So when people come, he might, you know, talk to them one-on-one. Hey, you know, this wasn't what it was. I apologize to you. I'm sorry. Because you know, some black people.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some of us black people, like, if we go to try to be like, hey man, we about to whoop you, you know, no, it wasn't like that, you know.
Right.
And then he'll apologize, man. Look, let me buy you some dinner, man. Let's talk. You know, I want y'all to come to my church. You know, it's really a good church. So, you know, it's a lot of reasons for that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably would have beat him, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there were some people who saw that and wanted to get him. And once they finally caught up with him, he probably white-splained his way out of it. What it wasn't like that. I was trying to whatever. Just like the same thing with the with the clip we saw earlier this year with the preacher talking about some Jesus is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for using that context. Yeah, so they've really been pushing it. They've really been pushing it. It's just that hadn't it been for social media, we would never see these type of things across the country.
Exactly.
So now we're being aware of even these low-key mom and pop churches being just as racial behind their church doors. You see what I'm saying? So again, with that preacher who said Jesus is whatever, how can he explain that to me and you? If me and you run into him at a Target and we say, yo man, we saw your video, man, you was both. How can he explain himself? How can he explain that to us? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ain't no way. Unless he'll come to us and be like, you know what? I know you guys y'all do hip hop, y'all produce. You know, we can set up a board for you at church. I want you to come work for us, man, and work the board. And you know, he'll probably do something like that. But yeah, Cause my first thing is to grab his neck or something, you know, and just
believe me, man,
slap him around a couple of times.
A lot of these little mom and pop churches in these little hick towns are very racist. They're very racist.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Why preaching the word of God? And we also got to remember too, Christianity was used by the white man to help keep us enslaved. So they're never going to stray away from using the word of God to keep demeaning us and kicking us down. So any excuse they come up with it, they're going to keep doing it. So it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's check out this clip. Here's the next one. Here's what everybody's really been talking about. So we're finally talking about on the show. Our brother, Andre 3000, came out with a new album. All the real hip-hop heads was anticipating beats, rhymes, and flows, but all they got was bassoons, cymbals, and flutes. And so we'll let our brother explain himself, and then we'll be right back.
I describe it as just like pure, like breathing, you know, and living. And the way it was recorded, it was all improv and spontaneous. So we were living it. What you hear on the record is how we heard it as we were doing it. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do these chords, and we only talked about feeling. You know, I actually feel sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap, because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like, my goal is I want to connect. I'm not talking about nothing that I can't connect with in it.
Have you tried?
It's no use. Yeah, I try all the time. Like, I'm open to producers now, like the young producers, and I get beats all the time. I only work on feeling. Feeling is my only barometer of what I'm doing. Like, I don't feel like I'm the best rapper. I don't feel like I'm the best producer. I don't feel like I'm the best singer, actor, none of that. It's just, for me, my gauge is feeling. And that's always been that way.
All right, y'all. There y'all have it. Y'all heard it from Andre 3K himself. He only working on feeling. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and start off.
You know, I've heard a lot, man. I got a lot now. What kind of few things I want to say? Shakim, was it Shakim who said something about it? About him having flutes and stuff. He's a flute.
I'm not sure.
It was one of the big hip hop icons, man.
A big
who talked about it.
Yeah.
No, one of the legends.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it was Shakim, and he said, "Man, we expecting lyrics." He said, "Man, I ought to come down there and slap you, man."
Whoa.
I think it was Shakim.
Okay.
I think it was.
Okay.
But anyway, you know, I've heard a lot of people. I've heard different comments about the album. I heard one was like, "Yeah, I'm with it. You know, you got to be old and mature to understand." And then I heard other people like, "Man, I tossed that out the window, man." You know, I only got one word for that. Well, maybe two. Erykah Badu. I think she put that whippersnapper on him, and he just, I don't know.
Think so?
You know, because somebody said it was just music. He wasn't rapping. He wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
And my thing is, you know, music is art. You know, we take music very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just gonna play something in the moment or the feeling and then just put it out and say this is my album.
Okay.
I'm gonna be ruined.
Right.
I'm gonna be ruined.
Right.
You know. So I mean, I guess I have to go back and listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I don't know. I just from a lot of the comments, man.
Right.
I just feel like if it's that bad, Erykah Badu, man, she done, because he ain't been right since they broke up from each other. He haven't, man.
A lot of people say Erykah Badu like turn out the guys that she's dating. Maybe they just walk away with a new sense of enlightenment. You know, maybe dating her can bring out some other shit that we didn't know that was in us. But this is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
A lot of those people out there who was expecting Andre 3000 to come back with hella rhymes, you know what I'm saying? If you paid attention to the way he moved over the last few years, you could have pretty much expected him to not do that. Because look at the last effort he did when they did the double album. That album was on its way to what we hear from him now. It was very different. I mean, he rapped. He had songs like "Hey Ya," "Roses" and stuff like that. But musically, he was going somewhere else.
I like that joint too.
Just even with those rap songs are very different. They're not like the typical stuff that we normally would hear. So I'm a big up Andre 3000 for having the heart and the courage to take his art in a direction that he chose musically and artfully to go. Because here's the thing about it.
Yeah.
We're music producers. We've been doing music for a very long time. It will always be wise of us to stay in a realm of being creative, trying to be ahead of the curve, even if it means not doing what we're normally known for doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when LL, I'm gonna use LL as an example. LL first album was Radio, killed it, right? Right after that, he came with Bad, which really killed it. And then he came with Walking with a Panther. People wasn't feeling that. LL on that album was talking about popping bottles, you know, celebrating the high life way before Cash Money was done. Way before Cash Money was, you know, flossing and stunting. LL did that on that album. It's just that the industry and the fans wasn't ready for that at the time. So a lot of people thought, man, LL, you fell off. Man, this album whack. Which really, artistically, he was just going in another direction. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every great artist, Prince do it to us all the time. Prince did it to us all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me, right after Purple Rain, people wanted to hear more Purple Rain. When he came with Around the World in a Day, people was like, wait a minute. This ain't Purple
Yeah.
Rain. Prince
Yeah,
always
yeah.
flipped the script. So the thing
Yep.
about Andre 3000 is because he is so revered in this game, is one of the greatest MCs to ever do it. And he's always been
Yeah.
kind of eccentric and he always walked his own lane. So
Mm-hmm.
people kind of got their heart broken because they want to hear more rap from him. But they should be actually
Yeah,
supporting
yeah.
him and bigging him up for having the courage to step out the box. Because guess what? After hearing this album, RZA talking about doing the same thing now. All right?
Wow.
Andre
Yeah.
3000 was
I
just
think I
on-
got to go back and hear it.
Yeah, he was just on CBS this morning with Gayle King this morning talking about this album.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the album has been hitting up, it's been climbing up the charts. It's been one of the greatest selling albums this year so far. So hey man, go figure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah. I'm most definitely gonna have to check it out because I was going off of like the comments and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And with the hip hop, I respect all the legends, man,
Yeah.
who come from the Bronx. When I find it though, I'm gonna have to send it to you. I don't know if you have put it out or somebody else put it out on Facebook. But
I seen a lot of
he
rappers.
went
I
in
seen a
on-
lot of people talking about, oh man, you could have yada yada yada. But again, at the same time, we're musicians, we're artists.
Yeah.
We're not gonna stay the same.
Yeah.
We're gonna always flourish and go with the flow. We're gonna go with the vibe, man. All right. It's the
Yeah,
same thing
yeah.
with what I'm doing. I can make music on hardware. I can make music on software. I'm good in Fruity
Mhm.
Loops, Logic, Akai
Yeah.
MPC, fucking Serato. I'm good in it all. So I try to spread myself around. So so I advise all musicians and all fans. If you love us as musicians, appreciate the direction that we want to take our stuff into. You may not like it, but some things are an acquired taste. Sometimes you may have to double back years later and be like, oh, okay, now I see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I heard the album. I really enjoyed it. It's peaceful. It's musically,
man.
it's really good, man. I mean, it sounds very well produced. And I'm gonna say this too, just to bounce off something that you said earlier. A lot of people record stuff and put it out there on the fly. Sometimes people don't plan shit. Sometimes they just, oh, this is the one right here. Sometimes the feeling is there, so they be like, oh, let's not sell this. Let's just put this shit out now. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people still do that. It's just that sometimes that shit be whack. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it be whack. But a lot of times when you get that feeling, put it out there, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get it, just put it out there, man. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I don't know why.
Okay, there it is. I hear you now. I hear you now. I hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what that was. But you know what? I actually take back what I said because you're right. We're musicians, and me, I listen to classical music, I listen to non-vocal jazz, I listen to oldies. So maybe when I listen to it, I would appreciate, because when you said it was peaceful, I was like, okay, that sounds like a little classical, or a little bit of this going on.
Yeah.
So I maybe I need to listen to it because like with the reviews and the comments I was seeing, like it was all bad. So I was like, wow.
Yeah.
He must have a really bad album.
Yeah. And you know what? And everyone's entitled to their opinion. I mean, that's just the way it is because just to be honest with you, the average Joe opinion or being a music critic actually means more to me than an actual music critic because some of these music critics don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I would rather hear the average Joe. I'd rather listen to the average Joe who actually went out and bought it, listened to it, was a fan the whole time. You see what I'm saying? So, but also at the same time, with all the social media, we get so caught up in the comments that sometimes it'll take us down a rabbit hole and make us be like, well, sometimes we'll just follow that lead. And I'm not saying that you're wrong for doing that because I'm guilty of it as well sometimes. But I heard it myself. I heard the album myself. I want to see what all the hype was, and I walked away with a good positive. Like, okay, and also, I mean, who thought this would have came? Who thought this would have became him? You know what I'm saying? Coming from Southern Playalistic and Miss Jackson, and you know what I'm saying? So Fresh and So Clean to who saw this coming?
Right. Man, but you know what? I will say this. I am wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I am a big fan of Michael Jackson, period. You know, whatever he put out, whether if I like it or not, I'm still gonna be that fan and follow him, because I'm gonna be honest with you. That Bad album, I didn't like it.
Oh wow. Okay.
I really did. I like some of the songs on there because, like you said about Prince, I'm expecting Thriller.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Billie Jean, you know.
Yeah.
But from Off the Wall to Thriller to Bad, all of them sound different. The sounds and all that.
Yes.
He done switched up the game. So I was wrong with that, man. So I take all that back, and I have to listen to it to myself. Yeah. Because, you know, regardless of what Michael put out, man, hey, I'm gonna support him. It could be garbage to me. I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna play it. I'm be like, that's my dog.
Yeah. And you know what, too? Not to drag it on, but artists that's been in the game for a long time. Excuse me. I'm still getting over this, whatever I got. But artists who've been doing music for a long time, when they decide to take another route, it's okay to get them breathing room to do it. Let them do it, because that's trying to find more about themselves, man. It's I'm gonna use another example right quick. Like when New Edition came out with that Heartbreak album. Yeah. That album instantly matured New Edition. They instantly grew up on that album. Yeah. So a lot of us had to fall back and be like, okay, hey man, them boys is grown now. We can't hear no more Candy Girl. We can't hear no more Cooler now. That
was me.
It had to come a time where we had to be like, okay, these boys got to grow up, and that album matured their ass. So, and from then on, that took them into another direction. It took into, you know what I'm saying? And it also allowed for BBD to come out, because if New Edition had still kept the same sound, we wouldn't have got BBD.
Exactly. And I'm one of them, because you know I'm a big N.E. fan too, man.
Most definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. When they kicked Bobby Brown out and bought Johnny Gill in, I was hot. I was pissed.
I was thinking about that last week. I was like, yo, when Bobby Brown left New Edition, the real fans was not feeling Johnny Gill until we heard his ass sing.
Yeah.
Now Johnny Gill had been singing. He had been a solo artist for a while before he got with New Edition. We just never heard none of his music. We was talking about who. Can't nobody replace Bobby Brown. Fuck this new guy. Until we heard his ass sing.
Exactly.
It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you got that.
Yep.
And also him being a part of New Edition with that older voice helped them mature even more.
Yes.
So
man,
there you have it, man. So
yes, sir.
The guys work in mysterious ways, man. So again, Andre 3000, I'm proud of what he did. Because I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people is not gonna agree with me with this. A lot of people always say Andre 3000 is the so and so. Oh, I mean, they like really put him on that pedestal. I don't be hearing it. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I don't be hearing it, man. He's a dope MC, but I don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him.
Yeah.
But to me, he's not a Rakim. He's not Nas. He's not.
Right.
He's not LL. Right. But he's dope in his own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, most definitely. Yeah. I agree with you. I do.
So and to me,
now if you want to say
better than him, go ahead though.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, as far as like with the South, I would probably put him up there.
Oh hell yeah, he's better than a lot of the Southern MCs.
Yeah, but like with the whole hip hop
overall,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Now when it comes to Southern MCs, he's gonna rank up there. But when it comes to overall, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, he's not gonna rank as high with me. He's not gonna rank as high. You know what I'm saying? And I love the brother. I'm just keeping it straight up though. But we live in a time now. You can't even be honest with your opinion, because it might be I'm gonna be considered a hater after tonight's show. So
right.
I'm not tripping though. I'm not tripping at all, man. And then check this out. Here's a story I also want to tap into that's been in the news as well. So let's talk about
Sean
this.
Diddy Combs was accused in a lawsuit Thursday of subjecting R&B singer Cassie to a years-long relationship that included beatings and rape. Cassie, whose legal name is Cassandra Ventura, alleged in the suit that Combs brought her into his fast-paced and drug-fueled lifestyle not long after she met him and signed to his label when she was 19 and he was 37 in 2005. Combs' attorney denied the allegations. Ventura said that after years in silence and darkness, she is ready to tell her story.
All right, there you have it. So our brother Puff Daddy's accused of he's being Me Too to death right now. So
yeah, I thank God when Diddy got our album and he listened to it. This is when he was doing the Raisin in the Sun in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And our manager and we got to talk to his peoples because he was in the back room getting ready. I thank God he didn't sign us. I really thank God he didn't sign us because I know Michael said Tommy Mottola was the devil. I think Puffy is the devil's brother, son, or something like that.
All right.
Because how he treated that young lady, I don't like it. And I believe he did that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I believe he killed, or he had Tupac killed. I believe he killed Biggie, or he had Biggie killed. I really believe that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. And if I was probably anywhere close to Puffy, man, I probably would smack him. I really would. Because I hate, yeah, man, I don't like for men to just be putting their hands on women like that and just drugging them up. And, you know, he did Danny Kane like that.
Yeah, I heard those stories too.
Yeah. I don't like that, man. You know, and I mean, Cassie was a wonderful young lady, man. You know, had the vocals and everything, very talented.
Yeah.
And then he goes and do this, you know, and then just thinking about it, if you go back and look at those videos, man, with him and Justin Bieber was scared. He was shaking. He was like, man, why you don't call me no more, man? Why you don't come hang out like we used to?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you know, you just gotta call my peoples, man. And you know, you ain't got my new number. Justin was scared.
Yeah.
They even asked Usher, would you let your kids go over to Puffy house? He said, hell no.
Wow.
Yeah. Why they sitting up here talking about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly? You know, I go to war behind R. Kelly, man. That's my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
R. Kelly is, to me, the second Michael Jackson.
Well, I'm gonna say
I don't care what nobody's.
Well, I'm gonna say that Diddy got a lot of cleaning up he's got to do, because he's been looking suspect for a very long time here, and a lot of people who follow him initially are kind of like backing off from him. I mean, let's be honest. The brother put out some great music. We can't take that from him.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bad Boy legacy is gonna be here, but the personal stuff that I've been hearing about him in the background for so long, it's kind of making people question, like, what's really going on with him. And of course, Gene Deal, his former bodyguard, is putting all the business out. Jaguar Wright has been really hounded. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, to me, I'm not there, so it's all alleged. But when you get credible sources saying things, you know, I mean, come on, man. It's only so much lawyering up you can do before you finally can come around and being, you know, whatever. So, again, I hate that, you know, because Diddy's an icon in this game, man. I mean,
yeah, he is.
But it's also been said that he's been Clive Davis' boy toy for a long time too.
Oh yeah. You know, Clive gave him that $1 million with the Big and Mac.
Yeah.
When Craig Mack and Biggie, you know, got him the deal.
Yeah.
And it was like what, some millions?
Like 50 million.
And he gave, and he gave Puffy, he gave Biggie like what, 1 million or something like that?
Something like that. A couple of million, something like that.
Yeah, man. That was low down. He should have gave more than that. You know, if he got 50, I at least say, okay, if he gonna divide it up between Craig and and Biggie, okay, here's 10 million for you, here's 10 million for you. And then I got the rest to promote y'all, to do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying, to make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly believe, man, that he had Biggie killed. I mean, his bodyguard even said it.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like that.
Man, Biggie was about to have his own, like Tupac. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You know, Eazy-E and Tupac was once kind of teamed up before he got on with Death Row.
I didn't know that.
And they was about to kill Suge Knight, and they was about to knock Puffy off.
Whoa.
Yes. Because Tupac, you know, Tupac and Biggie always been friends.
Yeah.
And then they was, you know, Tupac was friends with Puff Daddy.
Right.
So Puffy, and this is what I came up with, darling. I could be wrong, but this is just me. That night that Tupac got shot the first time, 5 times.
Right.
I believe Puffy knew those guys and sent them to kill Pac that time, and Biggie had nothing about it. He didn't know anything about it.
Right.
And I feel like when he tried to go down there, because in the movie it was saying Puffy was telling him, no, don't go down there.
Right.
Don't go down there, Big. Stay up
right.
here. You know? And Pac was like, man, y'all know who did it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did it. And then Biggie was trying to warn him, like, look, you need to quit hanging around them dudes. So somewhere in that circle, man, they knew each other, or Puffy knew him.
Right.
You know? And just like his bodyguard said, Suge had to go to jail, Pac had to die, and Biggie might even have to die. And I don't know why he let that come out of his mouth.
Wow, man.
But yeah, I really do, man. I really believe that he had something to do with Notorious Big getting killed. Why would you even go into enemy territory knowing they got a price on your head?
Right. Why would you even risk your artist in the because I would never put my friends in a situation like that, knowing they could end up leading to something tragic. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Yeah, so a lot of stuff is a lot of people are playing armchair detective now, looking back and putting the pieces together, 2 and 2. But a lot of stuff hasn't been making sense. A lot of stuff that they told us initially is not making sense now. So, and
yeah, you know he got pulled from Chirac too.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and he stepped down. And he stepped down from Revolt. Yeah.
Well, you know what they said, right? And this is a joke coming up. They said that he didn't pay his Illuminati bill.
Hey man, let me tell you something.
They coming for him.
Let me tell you something, man. It's one or two things that's happening with this case here. Either Puffy is really going through it, and it's just a bad time for him, or he pissed the wrong white person off. And sometimes when you do that, this happens to you. It starts with the public humiliation. Now you're being accused of. It's the same MO.
Yeah,
you're either gonna be accused of you're gonna either be accused of touching kids, accused of assaulting women from years ago. Some type of or when you die, it's gonna be like a drug overdose, a car accident.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's the same MO.
Absolutely right, man.
So what you're seeing is, so again, if Puffy is really, if he really is going through this, then it's really bad for him. But if it's just he done pissed off the wrong white person, then well, hey, this comes with playing a game, man. It comes with playing a game.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to realize now, man, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Now that the rap game has become, I'm talking about just rap music. Now that it's become more independent, it's become more violent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's become more violent because a lot of these cats is making money independently. So they either being preyed on or they're playing these mob games. They're getting other rappers knocked off. It's just too much right now. It's too much right now. And you got a lot of dusty ass dudes out there preying on rappers. So so that's why having a rapper like Slim in my arsenal, I feel safe promoting him because he's not trapping, he's not D-boying, he's not you know, when we walk into a space with him, nobody's plotting to snatch our jewelry because we're not like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just started feeling like the rap game became more dangerous because more independent rappers are getting money now, but they not. Yeah. You know, they're not doing. You know, they just hire their homeboys off the street as bodyguards. It's a lot of gunslinging, man. It's really foul out here, man.
Yeah, you absolutely right, man. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, and I really hate it for artists that signed to a major label because now you're exposed. You're all over the world. Yeah. You're being shown, and then they want you to do the things that rappers do, like wear jewelry, pop bottles. Exactly. So now the label is helping make you a target. So it's really crazy, man.
Yep.
It's really crazy.
You're absolutely right.
It's really crazy out here.
Man, everybody better go learn how to be a plumber or something.
Man, what?
Shoot.
Yeah. All right, check this out. Here's one of our sisters. She's dropping some good information. We'll come back on.
She is not wrong. Listen to this.
I'm going to challenge all black people for this 2024 election to stop going to your polling place and just voting Democrat without even knowing what's going on, just because you've been told to always vote for the Democratic Party. What has the Democratic Party done for us as black people in the past, 50 years? Even the first black president, he didn't do for the advancement of black people in this country whatsoever. Barack Obama did more for the LGBTQ community, more for the gay community, signing laws protecting them and their advancement and their rights than he did for black people the entire 8 years he was in office. So why are we still sitting up here voting Democrat when they don't do for us? When we have old white men telling us, you ain't black if you don't vote for me, but then he goes into office and does absolutely nothing for black Americans, but we sit up here and we vote Democrat every single time because we've been told to. Hasn't helped you, hasn't helped your mama, and it's not gonna help your kids.
All right. There you have it. There you have it. So
that was very well said. And you know what? It's a shame that I have learned that 30-something years after, or I say 40-something years after, little kid, that's all we've been taught. Vote Democrat. All the Democrats this, the Democrats that. The Democrats, let me find my little button. Hold on. The Democrats ain't.
Yeah.
They ain't.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, from when we was younger, Reagan was a good president, I heard. Now I know of Reagan, but I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Reagan did the same thing Trump did. He was giving money back to the people. But what changed that was somebody, like you said earlier, Reagan done pissed off the wrong white man.
Yeah.
So somebody tried to assassinate Reagan. So after Reagan got shot, he changed his whole tune. He was playing somebody's role.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I totally agree, because at first, if everybody go back and do their history, black people were really Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
We started off Republicans until the so-called masters scared us into voting Democrat.
Right.
So yes, I agree with everything she said. And Trump is not perfect. He's not, but he did more for us than Obama did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All Obama did was he went to my high school, McGavick High School in Nashville. Whoop the fucking do.
He did. He went to McGavick. He visited McGavick.
Yeah, he went to McGavick.
Wow,
he went to McGavick. He walked around the hallways and hey, how you doing, young man? Hey, young lady, how you doing? Doing the little hip sign and stuff.
Right.
That's cool. Don't come here if you ain't got no bags of goodies with you.
Yeah.
We need more than just your face around the hallways or around, the city. That's one thing I can say about Trump, man. With that stimulus check, I don't care what nobody say. That helped us, especially during the time of Corona.
Yeah.
Everybody got a check.
Yeah. Yeah, because when Obama was in office and they gave out stimulus checks, I didn't get one.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get one. Yeah, and they wasn't even like, it was like about $600 back then. It was something like that. It wasn't a whole lot.
What?
But I didn't get one. But as soon as Trump got in the office and started getting that stimulus checks, I got one. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So I don't know, but I'm gonna say this. Black people are now, the majority of us are now becoming well aware of what we've been involved with. The Democratic Party has always been misleading the Black people. They've always made it seem like that they're the good guys and the Republicans are the bad guys. Well, truth be told, they're both wings on the same bird. They both, it's like Pepsi, Coke, McDonald's, Burger King, Republican, Democrat. It's It's the same thing.
Yep.
But the thing is, the Democratic Party has mainly been put in a position to just mislead Black people. And so now this is how much the Democratic Party loves Black people. Black people are now getting fed up with the Democratic Party, and now they're questioning them. So what did the Democratic Party do now? They start screaming for more open borders, so they can have these people come in, make them the new middle class, and make us the whatever, because now they want to give these people voting rights. You see what I'm saying? Because they still want, because we're the biggest voting block for them. So now they trying to replace the voting block by Black people by putting in all these migrants that's coming in and giving them the power to vote. And of course, they want to feel part of the American system because they think voting is going to get something for them. Well, let me tell y'all immigrants something. We've been here for a long time. And here's my stance on this. I don't vote Democrat or Republican because none of these parties do anything for us. My vote is money. So if the Democratic store and the Republican store doesn't have what I'm looking for, I'm not spending my money in those stores. It's simple as that. We've been giving our vote to these people every election cycle, and we never get nothing. We left with egg on our face. They come around our churches, they eat our chitlins, they kiss our babies, they do everything, right? They make all these empty promises, and then as soon as we get in office, they get in offices, we're left with nothing again. All right? Black people need tangibles. We need things to put our families in position. We need to be able to put ourselves in the situation to create generational wealth for our kids too. All right, we need laws to help protect us. It's a damn shame that Biden hurried up and came up with an Asian anti-crime bill to protect Asians, while at the same time we're still being lynched and screaming Black Lives Matter. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, listen to me, man. And I'm not trying to go off into a tangent, but that's what the Republican. So now the Republican Party is trying to make all the Black people feel bad about not speaking up for this Hamas Israel shit, right? No, so we got all these Jewish people coming out, even the Jewish people trying to come out, and because Black people ain't saying shit, we be like, they ain't got nothing to do with us. And they on some the Black community need to be standing up, and guess what? That ain't got nothing to do with us, Jewish people.
Nope. Because they sure didn't stand up for us when we was getting our ass beat and stuff like that.
Leave Black people well enough alone. We got our own struggles and our own issues. So that sister said everything correct. We need to stop giving up our money, which is our votes. And I'm gonna tell you like this: it's okay to not. I'm gonna tell you, it's okay to not go to the election to go vote. Black people are being guilty into vote. Talking about some. Well, your ancestors died for the. No, they didn't. They assimilated. They assimilated because they thought they would keep these crackers off their back. That's all they did. And it actually made it worse. It actually made it worse. So we don't have to vote.
Exactly.
All right? We don't have to vote. We can keep. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this before we take our break. If not one American citizen voted, these people will still give you a president. They'll come out the ass with a president. If not one person, Black, white, if nobody showed up at the polls, they're gonna still wake up the next day with a new president. So it don't matter. It don't matter, black people, if you vote for Republican, Democrat, Trump, or Biden, they're all gonna smile in your face when it's all said and done. You still ain't gonna get nothing. They're gonna give something to white people, the gay community. War, they're gonna give money to Ukraine. They're gonna give money to Israel, and leave your ass hanging with nothing. Simple as that.
Man.
So I big that sister up for what she said. I have no problem with what she said.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That dead on the head, man.
Yep. So we're gonna take our break, and we'll be right back. We'll see everybody in 5 minutes. right, we are back in the building. Well, that little 5 minutes be going by fast, boy.
It does.
All right, so yeah, we ain't gonna be on too much longer. So again, we just getting caught up on some things that's been in the news here lately. So I want to play this one clip because this is actually going to be in relation to the topic I want to talk about next. And we'll come right back.
All right.
Our brother's out there grooving.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I think he's from Gary, Indiana. No, I don't know him.
Did you see
him before? I follow him.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, okay. That's my first time ever seeing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I gotta bring this up on the show. So you've seen this guy videos before. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So he's cold with it, huh?
Yeah, man. He actually did one performance, man. It was a Michael Jackson thing. It was pretty dope, man. Cause like, you know, it's really, everybody thinks it's easy to do Michael, but no.
Oh, hell
you know, me
no.
being a big fan. Yeah, man. It's like you got to turn the right way. You have to kick the right way. You do your hands the right way. Like I studied all that. And he's one of the ones who's got it down packed.
You know what I was thinking about? Okay, so I wanted to show this clip because I wanted to talk about this documentary that I was talking to you about, this Thriller 40 that's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And if anyone has seen this, or if you haven't seen this, I advise that you see it.
Hey.
Oh, that's cool because I just let Breaker in. He don't deal too. But yeah, so this Thriller 40 documentary is one of the best Michael Jackson documentaries I've ever seen in a really, really long time. Mainly because they really went in depth and they got some footage that I've never seen before. They've got behind the scene footage of the Pepsi commercial set. They got behind the scene footage of the Victory show set. He got behind the scene footage of the Beat It set. I'm like, wow, I never saw this shot before.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So again, 40 years after Thriller, the music industry has changed totally because one of the first things that Steve Ivory says, which I felt for a long time, but I always related to music video. I always said, there was MTV before Thriller and there was MTV after Thriller. But Steve Ivory said, there's the music industry before Thriller, then there's the music industry after Thriller. So he just talking about the whole industry, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
So now, this album Thriller is still kicking ass 41 years because it came out in 82. So here it is, 2003. So it's 41 years later. And it's still the world's greatest selling album. Billie Jean is still the biggest pop song in the world.
Yes.
It's the most streamed song on all the platforms. How the hell can Forbes magazine come out and say that Bad Bunny is the new king of pop? Go ahead.
What?
Yes.
Who is Bad Bunny?
Bam. How can somebody be the king of pop and you don't know about it?
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that name.
Now, Bad Bunny's been making some music for quite a while. He's really popular. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. He's real big. I don't agree with all his music, but he's hella large. But he's not the next king of pop. All right. And here's the thing. Why are they always trying to take away Michael Jackson's title? You never hear nobody say. You never heard them say that Kurt Cobain was the next king of rock because Elvis holds that title. No one else is the next king of rock, but everyone else is the next king of goddamn pop.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because he owned half of what they wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing that Michael did too, man. A lot of people don't know that Little Richard used to live in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Michael Jackson gave him his catalog.
I know.
He didn't buy it from Michael. He gave it to him. Sammy Davis Jr. All the greats, man, who came before Michael, who was black. Michael gave them their catalog.
Yeah.
But everybody else, he kept.
Yeah.
Michael he wasn't dumb at all, man.
No.
He was not dumb at all.
No.
And the best, well, there's a lot of things I liked about the documentary, but one of the things I really liked is that they had the victory tour in 4K. That bugged me out.
It looked good, didn't it?
That bugged me out. I was like, oh.
It looked really good. Yes. Yeah, so our brother Nelson George put that documentary together. And if anybody's familiar with Nelson George, he's been around a long, long time. And his word has always been official in my eyes. Nelson George could never go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So to see that it was his documentary and then all the access that he had to get it, I mean, it's very well put together, man. So again,
I love it.
Now here's what I was thinking about. Back in the heat of the moment when Thriller was out, when the Michael Jackson craze was in his height, I lived it. I was there. I remember it. I was one of those kids that was doing Michael Jackson, right? I must have been really good because there was another guy named Michael Fountain, right, in my neighborhood. Me and him got into it, and he kind of like roughed me up. And this motherfucker gonna say he did a Michael Jackson move, like, now who the real Michael Jackson? I'm like, oh shit. I must have really been good for him to hit me up with that one. Bro, we had got into like a little fight. He knocked me down.
Yeah.
He knocked me down. He did like a little Michael Jackson. He was like, who the real Michael Jackson? I'm like, must be you now.
Yeah, you had to be good for him to do that, man. You had
good,
to,
man, for him to say that shit to me. So shout out to Michael Fountain, wherever the hell you at, wherever the hell you are right now, Michael Fountain.
Oh man,
I just gave you your flowers, man. Yeah, man, Mark, I was bugging out, man. Me and him had like a little scuffle, and he knocked me down, and he motherfucker did those. Now who the real Michael Jackson? And I'm on the ground looking up at him like, I guess you. Let me tell you, man. But I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna big up my parents. I'm gonna big up the Most High because their timing to bring me into this world was right on time, man. All right.
Yes.
I mean, I was born in '79. All right. The Jacksons got signed to Motown in '60. I mean, I was born in '71. The Jacksons got signed to Motown in '69. So I literally grew up on the Jacksons' music, literally. All right.
Yeah.
I got a chance to see Michael Jackson become the biggest star in the world from one album. I got a chance to see hip hop come into the world. I got a chance to see MTV. I got a chance to see. The thing about the 80s was because it was the newness of everything. Everything was new. Music video was new. MTV was new. This Michael Jackson shit was like blowing up. Hip hop and rap was new. So it was like, man, it was like, what a great time to be alive, man. I mean, it was like, wow, man.
It was.
Then, you know, 2 years after Thriller, here comes Purple Rain in '84. So it was like, man, I mean, literally though, man, the 80s was a great time to fucking be alive, dude.
The best times, man. I'm talking about all the way down to the movies, the toys, the food. You know, McDonald's was a treat to us back then.
Oh,
like, we didn't eat McDonald's every day.
We didn't eat
we had
McDonald's
home cooked meals.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
That's
But
right. That's the reason why
on that Friday, on that Friday, my mama got paid or my granny got paid. All right, y'all, we're gonna go to McDonald's, gonna get y'all a cheeseburger and some fries. What?
Yeah, what?
Man.
I remember one time my mother's boyfriend at the time, I guess I was a growing boy. So this dude brought me 6 Big Macs, dude. I was 12 years old. I was like 11, I was like maybe 11 years old. This dude brought home, he brought me 6 Big Macs. And that's when I realized that McDonald's, that's when I started to realize that McDonald's is not good in the refrigerator. You can't reheat that shit. You got to eat it
Yeah.
right in the moment. But yeah, man,
Yep.
that was a time when McDonald's was like it
Man.
was like an award. It was like a reward to get McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Because like you
Sure
said earlier,
was.
we didn't eat it as much. We didn't eat it every day like we consume it now.
Mhm.
And it was just the times, man. It was just the 80s, man, was just one of the
Yeah.
greatest decades, man. And to see Michael Jackson literally take over the decade with 2 albums. All right.
Yes.
Prince released literally 9 albums between 1980 and 1989. Michael Jackson released Thriller in 82 and Bad in 87 and murdered the whole decade, dog.
Yeah, he did.
You know?
Yep.
And it's not a slack to Prince because Prince did his thing, but for those who don't remember, when in the height of the Thriller shit, there was a lot of recording artists pissed off because Thriller was too big. They couldn't compete with Thriller, man. For real though.
Yeah.
If you read a lot of their books now, like Thomas Dolby, a lot of these artists from the 80s, they all saying some shit about Michael Jackson in their books now because they couldn't keep up with that dude. They always like, man, Michael did this, and we had to. Man, listen to me. After Thriller, they all had to dance. All the motherfucking musicians had to dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So did.
After Thriller,
Yep.
all the motherfuckers had to boogie and shit.
They had to do something.
Yeah, because Michael Jackson set the MTV standard. Michael Jackson set the MTV standard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So again, Michael Jackson's influence still lives on. Here in 2023, that documentary is like, again, it's one of the best documentaries I've seen in a very long time. And it really highlighted Michael in a lot of ways I never would have seen. And then when you just said the Victory Tour in 4K, oh my God. And check this out.
That
Here's
was
something
dope.
else. Here's something else that Steve Ivey said that I didn't even pay attention to. When the album Thriller came out, Michael Jackson didn't have a tour for Thriller.
He didn't. No, it was the Victory Tour
with his brothers and shit.
Yep.
But in the heat, back in the days, I didn't think about that because as soon as the Bad album came out, Michael Jackson took his ass right on tour, didn't he? All kind of footage from the Bad tour, but there's never a Thriller tour. Can you imagine what the record sales would have been like? I mean, what the ticket sales would have been had he toured for Thriller, dog?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I think honestly, as I'm thinking about it now, it could have been good that he didn't do that.
Okay.
Because just me sitting back thinking about it, I know Michael liked to be prepared. He likes stuff to be perfect. I don't think the Thriller tour would have been as perfect as he wanted it. Just for an example, like when he first debuted the Moonwalk to the World, it's when he did in that little break when he did the moonwalk and he stood on his tippy toes, he messed up. And see, a lot of people don't know that. He wanted to stand on his tippy toes like a ballerina for a good minute. But if you go back and look at it, when he did the moonwalk and he spin and he was on his tippy toes, he kind of stumbled and then he just let go and was like, forget it. The moment is gone. You know, so I think and if you listen to the Victory Tour, the music, and me personally, I know it was like the 80s, early 80s, but I think the sound could have been a little bit better if he wanted to do the Thriller album. It wouldn't sound like how if he was a
No, I'm gonna try to cut you off. I'm going to add on. Like Steve Ivey was saying, the Victory Tour, which is a combination of old Jackson's classics and the song from Thriller. And he said every time they perform something off Thriller, that's what really got the crowd going. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty much that. Because there's a video, they had made a video, a live performance of Billie Jean from the Victory Tour. It was playing like in the late 80s, early 90s. And it was like about 6 minutes long. And it's a part at the end when Michael Jackson throws his hat off to the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen it. Yeah, that's a real video. That's the only video they ever had from the Victory Tour. and there was a goddamn Thriller song. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So even still, and then I just looked up just today how much the tickets would have cost back then to go see Michael Jackson at the Thriller tour or even the Bad tour. Do you know those tickets were even $30?
Wow, how much were they?
$30, like $27, $27.50, $22.50.
Wow, for real?
All of us could afford to go see Michael. I don't know why I didn't get a chance to go see Michael, man. Looking back, I'm like, I was working. I couldn't afford to go see Michael back then, but I just never did.
Wow. Yep. And I had one chance to go see him, man, when he had his anniversary in Manhattan.
Okay.
And the lady told me, I'll never forget this, because I was going to get 2 tickets, one for me and one for my mama. Because my mama, she seen Michael perform several times.
Yeah.
And when I was about to buy the ticket, she said, I am so sorry, sir, but we just sold out. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. You ain't got one ticket? She said, no, I literally just sold the last ticket.
Wow.
When I clicked over, you know, man, Dollar, I was so heartbroken. I was, man. It broke my heart.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
back then wasn't really a whole lot.
I didn't know how much that ticket was gonna be, but I mean, I was gonna buy 2 of them.
Yeah, I just Googled it today, like how much would the ticket. I just Googled today to see how much would a ticket for the Bad tour would have cost. $27.50, dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
$27.50, man. In the 80s, man, my family could have always go see Mike if we wanted to. We just did. I guess we were just so caught up in the phenomenon. We was like, fuck it, I'm cool with seeing him on TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool watching his videos. You know what I'm saying? For real though, some of those artists was just so big. I'm like, man, there's no way I wouldn't even come out that motherfucker alive. I might get trampled on. There's so many goddamn people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, for real though, I went to the Budweiser Superfest in 1995. It was Boyz II Men, Frankie Beverly and Maze, TLC, Mary J. Blige, Montel Jordan, Brownstone. It was a big bill, dude. And this fucking place was packed.
That sounds like it.
It was hell getting out of there. And I wasn't driving. I was catching the bus. It was hell getting to the bus stop, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So imagine leaving a Michael Jackson concert.
Oh, yeah. I know the security and the medics made their money that night. Hey, Michael. Everybody falling out.
I know, right? But yo, man, I'm going to say this, man. Our brother Michael Jackson, man, there would never, ever. That's the reason why I thank God and my parents for the timing, because I got a chance to live and witness to see the greatest entertainer of all time. You see what I'm saying? So these kids now, they're only able to Google Michael Jackson and watch videos on YouTube, but they don't know what it's like to be there in the moment, all right? To actually see the phenomenon, to see the craze, to see the hype and hysteria. I remember when the Thriller album, after the music video, they did a reprint of the album. So initially, when you first bought the original print of Thriller, you only got the album and the album line and the liner notes. They made a reprint after the video came out. That motherfucker came out. It came with a little gold glove, like a little sequin glove and shit.
Dang, now see, I didn't get that. I got the very first one when it came out.
Yeah. So if you bought the reprint after 84. The reprint had a little sequence glove inside the album, just for the fans and shit.
Hey.
Yeah. I was like, man, I didn't get that one. Man,
yeah. Man, I got a Michael and Biggie story. I don't know if you heard this, but Biggie and Michael recorded together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Biggie, when he got to the studio, he got there first, and he kept asking the people who made it happen. He was like, can I meet Michael? So the engineer was like, well, let's go on and record, let's have something ready. So, whenever Michael get ready to do it, he got something on here. So Biggie went in there, knocked his verse out and everything. He said, all right, can I meet Michael now? So they was like, okay, hold on. So they called him, the security.
Yeah.
And the security was like, okay, make sure ain't nobody else in there but Notorious Big.
Yeah.
Because, he ain't want no extra people in there. So they said, okay, it's just us, the engineer, and Notorious Big. So, okay, Michael went upstairs because he was in another studio recording. Said when Michael got up there, Biggie didn't say not one word. He started crying.
Wow.
He started crying.
Yeah.
And he hugged Mike and he thanked him for everything he did for music. And Mike was like, yeah, I appreciate you, man. I really think you're a good rapper and all, I'd love to have. He said, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Played it. Michael said he was in there, man, dancing and everything. Because Biggie lyrics were so hard.
Biggie killed it. I heard it.
And Biggie said, yeah, Biggie was like, I couldn't believe it, man. Yeah. But the engineer told the story.
Yeah.
He said this big thug,
Yeah.
When Michael came in, he just bust out crying.
Man, let me tell you, man. I probably would have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Not that it make me soft or whatever, but it's just that the appreciation of this. I mean, because things like this don't happen all the time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So for that few minutes, I'm going to soak it in. I'm gonna fucking soak it in. Let me tell you, man. I had this dream. I know it was a dream because it's not real, but in my mind, it really happened. Yeah. I had a dream as a kid that the Jacksons was in my crib, visiting our apartment, and Michael Jackson had me up on his shoulders. All right?
Wow.
This was around about 79 or 80. I was around about 8 or 9 years old. I honestly, in my head, really thought that was real, dude. I thought the Jacksons was in my apartment. It was a dream, but it seemed so damn real to me, man. And I wanted to be I wanted to be real, but I mean, things like that never happen. But at the same time, when you're in the presence of somebody like that, it's not just because the guy makes great music. You looking at a person who changed the landscape of every fucking thing.
Yes.
All right? This guy literally changed the way music is consumed, bought, watched, listened to, danced to. So for again, Forbes magazine, these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. They cannot just say that Bad Bunny is the new king of pop because he got a nice string of damn hits on the radio. That don't make him that. Right. If Bad Bunny cannot change the landscape of music,
right?
I don't know what to say because there's no way he can do it now because everything is accessible. We got YouTube. Okay, we got free music. What can Bad Bunny do now?
And nothing.
He can't change nothing.
Copy Michael.
But copy Michael. Michael did it when none of this shit was free. Michael was doing it at a time when none of this shit was free. No internet.
Exactly.
He did it when the video medium was brand new. So he hopped on that shit. CD, but when Thriller came out, CDs was still new. CDs came out in 81. Thriller came out in 82. So all this shit was new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Michael was able to fucking remix all that new shit and make it fit to him. Bad Bunny can't do that right now.
Yeah.
Everything's already been fixed.
Speaking of,
go ahead, my bad.
Oh, my bad. You made me think about something too, man. I actually came across this lady from Gary, Indiana, when the Jackson 5s was getting started and everything. She was the president of the Jackson 5 thing.
Okay.
She actually, I had put a comment on there and she was like, yeah, I'm the one who actually taught Michael about water balloon fighting.
Okay.
So most definitely, man, I'm gonna see if I can reach out to her, man, because she said she got pictures, of them and all of that.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's I can imagine what a lot of those men and women who grew up with the Jacksons in Gary, Indiana before they became famous, like those people, like the ones who went to school with them, like now they're in their 70s and their 60s now. I wonder what I want to hear some of their stories. You know what I'm saying? Like living next door to the Jacksons before they became famous. What was that like? Going to school with them, dating one of them before. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what those stories
Yeah.
is like, man. Because Gary, Indiana, man.
Yep.
If anybody's been to Gary, and it's not a slight to Gary, but Gary is in desperate need of some help, man. Gary, Indiana is going down, man. And the only thing they got is Michael Jackson's from here.
Yeah.
That's all they got.
Yeah.
That's all they got, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think Freddie Gibbs is from Gary, Indiana. It's not too many real big famous people coming from Gary. You know what I'm saying? So, so to have something like, and here's another thing too, before we wrap it up. These people that we revere, you know, Michael Jackson, Prince, these people from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, Prince is from St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yep.
That's the hood, man.
Yeah.
Gary, Indiana is the hood.
Yeah.
R. Kelly. I mean, these cats are from the hood. They're not from no California, sunshine and all that shit. These cats from the straight up hood, and they changed the world, man. Michael Jackson changed the world, dude.
Yes.
So I thank the Most High for that experience, man. I'll never get to see it again.
Yes.
I'm thankful for the time,
man.
that I did get to see it, dude. You know?
You're absolutely right, man.
Yep. So,
and I wish I had something, man, or like a lot of money or a real strong attorney. Man, I would fight for R. Kelly, because you got all these older people, man, who used to date these women or girls back in high school. They was D-boys and all that. Didn't say nothing about it, you know, and it's still going on to this day, man. And, you know, really, the age of somebody being grown, I think back in the 70s was like 17.
Yeah.
Rick James got a song about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rick James got a song about it. And then even before that, you know, you look at the movie Color Purple, you got the man selling his daughter to be married, you know, to a grown ass man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't no problem then.
Man, look,
you know, so
it's only a problem when black men do it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's the reason why we can't be assimilating to everything they do, because, you know, it's gonna be different when we do it. It's not gonna be the same. So yeah, but then this damn acting up again. So I'm gonna wrap everything. I'm congested and all this is starting to act up again.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Man, just comment, share, like, subscribe. You know, make sure y'all go on Shyville Publishing, music publishing, man. Get you some shirts. You know, and like I said, we got more to come, man. 2024, y'all get ready. Oh, congratulations too, man. Congratulations, bro, because the magazine is going to be released. I don't know when yet, but we are in the magazine, and not trying to brag, but from what I know, we are the only people in Nashville who have had a magazine interview 4 times with the magazine company from California.
Okay,
we are the only ones.
Word. Okay.
So,
it's all to the good. And don't forget to check us out again next week. We'll be here at 8:30 Central Standard Time, and then after that, we'll be off the air for a couple of weeks, and we'll be seeing y'all with a new show into the new year. Also, don't forget to check us out every week. Well, he's on every first and third Sunday, mixcloud.com/WBAF 2.0, and I'll be on this Saturday with a new show. I think my new show is going to be all about work. Getting that work in. So you're going to hear songs with the word work in the title. So yeah, don't forget to check us out there every Saturday. Mixcloud.com/WBF after 12 p.m. and every first and third Sunday, Mixcloud.com/WBF 2.0 for the morning gospel with Mark. Hey, guess what too? You played some classics, man. This last show, damn, I'm bogus. I'm all in my nose on camera, man. I'm really, I forgot I was on TV, man. But yeah, you played some classics, man. There was a song that you played I hadn't heard in a long time. I think it was a Clark Sister song.
Yeah. Was it I'm Looking for a Miracle?
Call me up yonder.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh no, boy.
Yeah, Tremaine Hawkins.
That's what that was. Okay, Tremaine Hawkins. That took me back, boy. That one, boy. Yeah, that last show was really good, man. That was a really good show. Yeah. Yeah,
Man,
so
thank you.
So don't forget to check us out on Mixcloud every week, and that's about a wrap, man. We'll see everybody next week, and until then, peace.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I ain't even got the clip ready. My bad. All right, we'll see y'all next week, y'all.